Hello everyone, welcome back to practice. This is day 13 of our 30-day series. I'm glad you're here. Stick around, hang out, do the practice every day. I hope you're feeling like you have a nice rhythm going with it, like each day is a little bit different, but at the same time, each day you come to the mat to be with yourself, to give yourself silence and presence and connection so that you can then go out into your lives and relationships a little bit more at peace. That's the goal. Today is going to be a playful, balance-based practice. Have fun with it. Grab blocks if you want. Those are always helpful for balance poses, I think. And don't take it too seriously, because if you fall out of a pose, you can always just try again. It's not a big deal. We're going to get started laying on our backs. Pull your knees into your chest. Give your low back a little massage by rocking from side to side. And just notice how your body's feeling today. Notice where your mind and your heart is at as well. Just a little check-in for the next few breaths. Good. Extend out long, big full body stretch. Lengthening through the arms and the legs. On your exhale, pull your knees back into your chest. Wrap your right leg on top of your left, like an eagle wrap. Maybe find the double bind, so meaning we sneak our right toes underneath our left ankle as well. So our legs are wrapped around twice. From here, inhale, stretch your arms overhead, tap your left toe to the mat. And then exhale, do a little crunch. Bring your elbows towards your hips. Lift your hips off the mat. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl it in. One more time. Inhale to stretch long. Exhale, engage your core. Draw elbows to hips. We're going to try something. We're going to try to lean our way over onto the sole of our left foot. I've never done this before. And try to lift up into a little bridge pose with your legs crossed. Engaging through the left glutes, balancing just on the one foot, and then bring it back down. Uncross, switch sides. Left leg is on top, and then left toes sneak back behind the right ankle. As you breathe in, reach your arms overhead, tap your right toe to the mat. Exhale, engage, draw rib cage down towards the hip bones. I am not farting, my skin is making sounds on the mat. Inhale, stretch long, just in case you heard that. Maybe we'll do it again. No, it didn't. Okay, one more. Inhale, extend, drop the toe, exhale, curl it in. There you go, there's another one. All right, we're gonna try this out. Plant your right foot off to the side a little bit, and then press through the sole of the foot to lift your hips up into this little bridge variation. As long as your low back feels safe, lift a little bit higher through the hips and lower back down. Big full body stretch. Straighten and lengthen through arms and legs. And as you're ready, sit up. Roll over your ankles, find a tabletop. Couple rounds of cat-cow just to loosen through the body, or find some barrel rolls through the chest, sway your hips side to side. We've done this many times before, so just find whatever feels good for you today in your body. A couple more rounds, maybe close your eyes. Really tune into what feels good. As you're ready, tuck your toes, lift your knees to a hover off the mat. Hold here, or we can play with a challenging balance situation. You're gonna lift your right toes off the mat and lift your left hand off the mat. Can you balance on your right hand and your left foot? And can you breathe here for 2? For 1, push the ground away, release down. This time, lift your left toes, lift your right hand off the mat, or just one or the other. 2 more breaths. Stay steady through the core, and then release down. Walk your hands forward a step, tuck your toes, glide your hips back. Downward facing dog. Couple breaths to land here, walk out your dog, feel into your shape for the day. On an inhale, ripple forward to high plank. Exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Stack your shoulders over your hips so you come to stand on your shins. Lean your weight into your left leg. Inhale, pull your right knee into your chest, balancing on the left knee. Exhale, extend your right foot out. Sink your hips low, find a low lunge. Inhale, arms reach high, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits. We're gonna straighten ish into our right leg. Glide our hands back like you're clawing the air back behind you. Good, inhale, Anjaneyasana, sink your hips. Biceps to frame the ears, gaze up at the sky. Exhale, plant your right knee beside your left. Good, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, plant your hands, tuck your toes, glide your hips back. Downward facing dog. Shift your weight into your left foot. Inhale, sweep right leg high. See if you want to play with coming onto the fingertips on the left side or maybe lifting the whole hand up. Again, balancing on one hand and opposite foot. If you feel really steady, you could bend into the right knee. See if you can clasp onto the foot with the left hand and then give it a kick to open up across the front of the body. Just play with it. I'm probably gonna fall out of it in any moment now. Breathe in. Good, breathe out. Plant your left hand. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Inhale, easy twist. Right hand reaches up to the sky. Exhale, Malasana Yogi squat at the top of the mat. Step your left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink your hips low. Elbows press into knees, knees press back into elbows. Palms are touching in the center. Breathe in to lift up tall out of the spine. And breathe out, come to stand. Inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Parallel your feet, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Good, plant your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward through the spine, high plank. Exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Sit up onto your shins, stack your shoulders over your hips. Lean your weight into the right side. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, drop your left foot in front of you, sink your hips low. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana, open your arms, open your chest. Breathe out, half split, straight into your left leg. Arms sweep back behind you. Feel that stretch on the back of the hamstring. Good, inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, step your left foot, your left knee beside your right. Good, plant your hands. Tuck your toes, glide back, downward facing dog. Inhale to sweep left leg high. Again, option to play with lifting onto the right fingertips or lifting the whole hand off the mat. If that feels okay, bend into your left knee. See if you can clasp onto your foot with the right hand. Maybe one side is easier than the other. If you have it, see if you can give it a kick. Open up across the front line of the body. Woo! Maybe your right foot flattens. That side's harder. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Left foot steps to the outside of left hand. Sink your hips low. Right hand stays planted. Inhale, easy twist. Left hand open to the sky. Exhale, Malasana Yogi squat. Right foot to outside of right hand. Sink your hips low. Inhale for length through the spine. On your out breath, push through heels, come to a stand. Excuse me, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, parallel the feet, forward fold. Fill up halfway. This time we're gonna play with a crow pose and arm balance. So what we're gonna do is plant our hands to the mat. Your knees are gonna come to the back of the triceps. There's this little notch above your elbow that you can put your kneecap into. Or if you don't lift all the way, it's not a big deal. You can always just play with shifting your weight forward into your fingertips and then drawing it back again. And then shifting forward and drawing back again. If you want to play with lifting up, send your weight mostly into the index and thumb side of your hand, but make sure your pinky is grounding down too to act as a brake laterally. Lift your hips high. Reach your chest forward, gazes forward, and then we lift one foot and then the other. Couple breaths here. Curl your heels in towards your glutes. 2 more breaths. Good. Lower your feet down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward to high plank. Exhale, lower your knees, come to a kneeling position, inhale. Lean your weight into the left foot, right knee into chest. Exhale, sink your hips down, step your right foot forward, bend into your right knee. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split, straighten into right leg. Left fingertips plant. Inhale, right hand open to the sky. Bit of a twist in our half splits. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Keep your upper body and your arms at a twist. Keep your right leg straight, left leg bent. So now we're opening the body to the right, balancing on the ball of the left foot. Stay here, or option to drop right hand to the back of the left heel. Left arm to the back of the mat. Very challenging balance pose. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Bend into your right knee. Pluck your left knee off the mat. Archer lunge. So our feet and our legs are in a crescent lunge shape, but upper body is twisting to the right. Breathe in here. Good. Breathe out. Come to stand into your right foot. Left knee into chest, arms to heart center. We're gonna take an eagle wrap of the legs. Left knee to wrap over top of right. Toes back behind the right calf. Hands can come to heart center, or if you want to take the arm variation, left arm underneath right. Hands clasp in the center. Draw your elbows forward and then up, separating your shoulders on the back body. Breathe in here. Breathe out to sink a little deeper. Good. Straighten through right leg. Unwrap your legs, but keep your arms as they are. Pull left knee into chest. And then exhale, lever your upper body forward into airplane. Kick your left leg back behind you, pressing out through the heel. Inhale. Exhale, bend into right knee until the ball of the left foot plants. Inhale, crescent lunge, reverse it. So gazing up towards the sky, find a back bend. And exhale, humble out your warrior. Dropping your right shoulder on the inside of your right knee. Stay here for a couple breaths. Good. Inhale, lift up again. Reverse your shape with your eagle wrap arms. Exhale, hands to frame out right foot. Breathe in, 3-legged dog on the right side. As you breathe out, tiger curl, right knee into chest, and then cross your right ankle over top of your left thigh. Energetically pull your right knee to the back right corner of your mat. Press down through your arms, and then lengthen through the low back by scooping the pelvis out. Figure 4, down dog, stay here. For the exhale. Good, inhale, ekapada plank. So 1-legged plank, extend your right leg long, toes are hovering off the mat, shift forward into your plank pose. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, tops of both feet touch the mat. Pull through to your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, lower your knees, stack your shoulders over top of your hips. Shift your weight into your right leg. Inhale, left knee high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your foot down, sink your hips. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana. Keep the right glute engaged. Exhale, half splits. Right hand is planted. Inhale, left hand high. Option to stay here, or if you want to play with the balance a little more, you can keep your torso twisting to the left. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips, kind of an archer's variation. Stay here, or drop left hand back to right heel. Reach right arm up and back. One full breath cycle. Inhale. As we exhale, bend into our left knee. Pluck your right knee off the mat. So we're in our archer's lunge. Again, pelvis is facing forward. We're twisting from above the navel. Expanding long across the collarbones and reaching out through our fingertips. Stay here for a breath. Good, come to stand into the left foot. Bring your right knee into your chest. Hands to heart center, wrap your right leg over top of your left. Garudasana, eagle pose. Option to bring right arm underneath left. Draw your elbows forward and up. Press your palms into each other and breathe. Sink a little bit deeper on an exhale. Good, inhale, stand through left foot, right knee to chest. Exhale, airplane variation. Keep your arms as they are. Swing your right leg back behind you, press out through your heel. Breathe in, find some length through your spine. Exhale, bend into left knee until right foot plants. Inhale, reverse your lunge with the eagle wrap arms. Exhale, humble out your shape. Dropping down, so left shoulder is on inside of left foot. Stay here for another breath. Let your body release. Good, inhale, reverse your shape one more time. Exhale, hands to frame out, left foot. Come to the ball of the right foot. Inhale, sweep left leg high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, tiger curl, left knee into chest. Then cross left ankle on top of right thigh. Find your figure four, down dog on the other side. Bend into your right knee as much as you need to kind of create a shelf so you can push your upper right thigh into the outside of your left ankle. And then engage glutes to draw left knee back behind you. One more breath here. Good, one-legged plank. Extend left leg long behind you as you shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows bend at the sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. 2 feet to the mat now. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, lower knees to the mat. Find a child's pose. Just a couple breaths here to reset. So we've done a little bit of arm balancing with our crow pose. We've done some other balance poses with eagle and with airplane. Our final pose is going to be flying pigeon. We've done a little bit of hip opener with the figure four down dog. And flying pigeon is totally out of the question for you. Come into crow again, that's a really good option, or eagle as well. But if you want to give it a try, it's one of the most accessible arm balances there is. It just takes definitely some hip opening. That being said, let's do one more hip stretch before we try it out. Come into a seated pigeon. Bring your right leg on the bottom. Stack your left shin on top. So left ankle is on top of right knee. Left knee is on top of right ankle. This is a big shape. I have a lot of space between my legs here, and that's okay. Think about grounding down through both sit bones. Taking a few breaths, letting that left knee drop down a little bit at a time. Fire log pose or double pigeon. If you feel like you want to fold forward and create a little more sensation through the outer hips, take that option, maybe sway from side to side. Walk back open, we're gonna switch it out. Left leg on the bottom, right leg to stack on top. Ankles and knees are above and below each other. Maybe one side is very, very different. This one almost feels even tighter. Haven't done this pose in a very long time. Ground down through right sit bone. Pretend you had a sandbag on your right thigh, weighing it down. And then if you do want to fold forward, you can take that option now. And I always like to sway. I feel like it just kind of brings a little bit of ease and opening to whatever I'm in. Good, lift back up. Find a downward dog, however is best for you to get there. And then walk out your dog again. Feel into your hips especially. I think they feel a little more open after that little stretch, which is great. And as you're ready, inhale, sweep right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot between your thumbs. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms reach high. Exhale, come to stand into the right foot, left knee to chest. Great place for eagle pose. If you want to take flying pigeon, we're going to cross our left ankle over our right thigh and fold all the way down. Upper body is draping down. Now, we're going to hook our left toes to the outside of our right triceps. And then our left knee is going to rest on the back of the left tricep. All right, same as crow, your hands plant. You shift your weight forward into your fingertips, wrap those toes around the right arm, and then eventually see if you can lift your right foot from the mat. Extend back behind you, engage your glutes to lift higher. Stay here for 3 breaths. Lift out through the chest for 2. And 1, release. Good, forward fold at the top of the mat. Or take your crow and then a forward fold. And we'll meet here. Take a little rest. Bend into one knee and then the other. Inhale, halfway lift, fill up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. If you need to pause the video and take a break, please do. Otherwise, inhale, sweep left leg high. Exhale, pull left knee into chest, step your foot through between your thumbs. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms reach high. Exhale, stand into right foot, or left foot, right knee to chest. Your option. Eagle, crow, or flying pigeon. If you're taking flying pigeon, cross right ankle over left thigh. Lean your weight forward, couple breaths in this stretch, just to open up the hip a little bit more. And then hook left toes around the back of left tricep. You're gonna rest your right knee on the back of the right tricep. I like to take a little hop back towards the center of the mat. Then shift your weight forward, forward into your fingertips. Eventually, so much so that your left foot lifts. And then use that glute to lift your left leg high behind you. 3 breaths. As you're ready, stay there 1 more breath if you can. I could not find an exhale. Forward fold. Again, bend one knee and then the other. Shake it out, let out an exhale. That's a challenging pose. That was a lot of balance, that was a lot of movement. So let whatever energy has built up just move through your body with the breath, with a nice sway. Inhale, halfway lift. Be buoyant through your heart, reach it forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Breathe in to extend right leg long behind you in this balancing table, and then step right knee back behind left. Sit your hips back. Find this Gomukhasana child's pose variation. One more stretch for the hips. We're here for 5 breaths or so. And start to feel the slowing down of your heart rate, the calming down of your nervous system. Shift back forward. Take some big circles out with the right leg, with the right knee in your tabletop. Switch directions. Moving through the other side, plant your right knee down, extend left leg long behind you. And then tuck your left knee back behind your right. Sit your hips back. Whatever child's pose, Gomukhasana shape you want to take today is great. We're here for 5 more breaths. Shift forward and take some big circles out with the left knee and the left hip in one direction, and then swapping it out. Good. One more pose. Bring your knees out as wide as you can, your big toes to touch in the center, and then prop down onto your forearms. So really, really wide child's pose. Maybe rest your forehead down onto the backs of your hands. As today's practice was about balance and having fun, but also kind of monitoring where we are and adjusting and making changes as needed, I want you to think about the last time you've done a really good job in your life of finding balance, of noticing when something is out of balance, if something is taking up too much of your time and attention and energy versus if something has not been enough of a priority for you. So that can be anything. That could be work, it could be relationships, it could be play, it could be rest. We all need different concoctions of these things. But I would argue that we all need each of those things. So just take a moment to reflect on a time when you felt really balanced. And just as we did today, if we ever come out of a pose or come out of balance, we aren't harsh on ourselves. We just try again. We just make adjustments. We shake it off. Where in your life can you make a small adjustment to come back into a little bit better balance? Let's come to rise into a kneeling pose. Keep your eyes closed if they are. We're just going to take one breath together. Empty the air from your lungs. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, open your mouth. Move it through. You can start to open your eyes, rub your hands along your body. Present yourself into the space around you again. And come to a seat. that is the end of our practice. I know I kind of threw you into it. It was a more playful one, a little less warm up, a little more of let's just try it and see what happens. But that's fun. Why not? Why not see what your body can do, and or what needs a little bit of work and attention. Even if that just means your attitude about what your body can do. Keep that in mind. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. I have my Venmo listed below. If you would be so wonderful as to donate for all the time and effort I put into these, that would be great. I appreciate you, but I just want you here regardless. So come back tomorrow and I will see you then.